Good morning, girls. I'm Dr. Kiran Deshwal, and today I will teach you the story Under the Banyan Tree. This story is composed by R.K. Narayan, famous Indian writer. For the introduction of the author and for the introduction of the story, please refer to my PDF notes which I have shared on our WhatsApp group and YouTube link. This story is about a storyteller named Nambi. Nambi has a gift to tell stories. The stories are miraculous. He tells a story on after each 15 days and his stories are built up on a large scale. They are the only medium of the entertainment of the villagers. So the village is Somal. Let us begin our story. The village Somal, nestling away in the forest tracts of Mampi, had a population of less than 300. The name of the village is Somal, nestling away in the forest tracts of Mampi. It is situated in a forest named Mampi Hills. Had a population of less than 300. The population of this village is 300. It was in every way a village to make the heart of a rural reformer sink. In this village, there was no development. If someone wanted to reform this village, his heart might have sunk. Its tank, the village has a water tank, and its tank consists a small expanse of water which is situated right in the middle of the village. The tank is served for drinking, bathing, and washing the cattle, and it bred malaria, typhoid, and heaven knew what else. We know that when there is water, dirty water around the village, it bred mosquitoes, and mosquitoes bred malaria. The cottages sprawled anyhow, and the lanes twisted and wrinkled up and down and strangled each other. The village doesn't have any proper plan of houses like colonies in cities. It is a rural village, so there are huts which are lined up in a strangulated way. The population use the highway as a refuge ground. These people don't have late bath for the year as their basic facilities. So the heart of a rural reformer can sink when he thinks that I have to develop this village, but in what way? There was not any facility. And in the backyard of every house, drain water stagnated in green puddles. So the village lacks drainage system, proper water system, and proper house planning. Such was the village. It was a backward village. It is likely that the people of the village were insensitive. People also don't pay attention on these things. But it is more than likely that they never noticed their surroundings because they lived in a kind of perpetual enchantment. The villagers were living under enchantment. That's why they ignored all these things. They ignored the stagnated water, they ignored the disease like malaria and typhoid. And this enchanter, which kept the villagers spellbound, the enchanter was Nambi, the storyteller. Nambi is the name of the storyteller. Now we have the entry of the main character of our story. It is Nambi, who is a storyteller. He was a man of about 60 or 70. He is an old man of 60 and 70 years old. Or was he 80 or 180? No one can guess his age. Who could say? It is a rhetorical question. Who could say what his age is? In a place so much cut off as Somal, the nearest bus stop was 10 miles away. This village was cut off from urban area or from cities. It was situated in forest, so there was no bus stop. The nearest bus stop was 10 miles away, but villagers never paid attention on these things. Reckoning could hardly be in the familiar measures of time. If anyone asked Nambi what his age was, he referred to an ancient famine or an invasion or the building of a bridge and indicated how high he had stood from the ground at that time. In these lines, R.K. Narayan trying to tell us the method by which old people used to guess their age. Whenever Nambi was asked about his age, how old he is, he used to indicate his age that when that ancient famine fell, I was this much high from the ground. When this building made, I was this much from the ground. So, this was his method to tell his age. That's why villagers are not sure how much old Nambi is. He was illiterate. We can know that. We can know that we can know by his methods of telling that he was illiterate in the sense that the written world was a mystery to him, but he could make up a story in his hand. He was a storyteller. Though he was illiterate, he was not educated, but he had the gift to cook up a story in his head at the rate of one a month. Every month he made a story. Each story took nearly days to narrate, and he used to narrate the story to the villagers. It was their medium of entertainment. So, after one month, he used to narrate the story for 10 days. His home was the little temple which was at the very end of the village. He used to live in a temple which was situated at the end of the village. There was a temple in the village. It was Nambi's house. No one could say how he had come to regard himself as the owner of the temple. The temple was a very small structure with red striped walls. Thanks for watching.